at your age. So in contrast, I came out of a really, really bad childhood. We'll just stop there. And wasn't even human until I was 30. I mean, in my 20s, it was all this energy, and it was all anger, just looking for a ground to strike all the time.
Yeah.
Then 2 bad marriages. I got divorced the second time I was in my mid-40s, so a little older than you are now, and looked in the mirror and went, "You're too smart to be this stupid."
Right?
What the fuck?
When you look in the mirror and you
And-
finally see I guess the ego mind.
Yes, it is the
And
ego.
you go,
The
and you
ego
go, I've been letting you roll the ship this whole time.
Yes, and so interesting because I was just rereading "You Are a Badass."
Yes, I listened
actually,
to that on audio.
I'm reading it right now.
Oh, it
I'm
is
rereading it right now, and then started doing a lot of personal development work.
Yes.
So I'm a woman within initiate. I've done shadow work.
Oh, cool.
Which
So,
is
yeah,
super
we know
cool.
each other.
Yes,
Yeah,
we're
probably-
going to have a lot of language in common. If
Right.
we say work, it means something different.
Maybe,
than
yeah.
but I mean, it's.
I just think it's so interesting that the pandemic brought me a lot of solitude, and yet I'm calling in and was probably calling in my perfect people, my perfect energies to find me after. And I know that sounds kind of...
No, actually, it makes enormous sense to me.
So when you speak that language to
Yes.
me, because language is a funny thing.
Language. Words are everything.
Right. That's what they're nothing, and that's the thing. Like, they're everything and nothing, and sort of that's why dance is such a powerful expression to me, because words get in the way of so many cultures.
And see, that's why I love Azul, because it's it's dance your emotions.
I'm fairly certain
what it is.
the name Azul is one of the
you've probably run across
YouTube channels I've been really... Does it
Yeah.
have a figure of a woman, or maybe it's a woman or an entity of some kind with her tongue like in a...
I don't even know, because I did it with Catherine in Louisville, so I didn't go to the root training. She went to France to do training.
Okay.
But it's that. I mean, I danced through my grief after my husband died.
Yeah.
I danced. I mean, dancing has taken me
Dancing
through,
is everything.
and I
It's
dance
like it's a
alone
way of
in my
funneling,
living room. I do all the time.
Funneling the... It's, to me, it feels like a coffee filter or a charcoal filter of some kind, and you're taking in the music or the energy, if it will, and you're pushing it through your pores.
Well, yeah,
like,
and
in
it's
the
your
form of
body.
sweat.
I mean, our body carries emotions in a different way than our spirit does, and when you dance, they get released.
It turns the brain off.
It gets released.
Okay,
I
love you.
It touches it in ways that we can't necessarily. So yes, I think.
Okay,
we have a ton
I've been
of things.
recording just because I wanted to capture that. But do you want to be on camera or not? It's up to you.
I'm an attention whore.
Okay, cool.
I'm fine
All right.
being on camera.
Cool.
So are we like doing the story now?
Yeah,
what
because
are we doing?
and
But
you can be
I
as
can't talk without my hands. So
Sure,
I have to
you
put
can be
stuff
as
down.
animated as you like, and I guess I'm just going to ask you to not focus on the lens of the camera, but more on telling me a story.
And what is am I trying to hit only so many minutes or what?
Let's go for 10 to 15.
10 to 15 is really long.
And then
we'll
I can have you
before that.
I can have you on the podcast for a deeper conversation.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yes.
And then so this is Cindy, and do you want to say your last name? I mean,
Cindy Schrader.
Cindy Schrader, and what is it that you do with your life? Is there anything you want to have the audience know about in case you need, substance of some kind? I don't know. I try to help people if I can.
I am retired now.
Oh, cool. So you're groovy.
I am in the phase of my life where I can support other people.
Sweet.
Which is a wonderful thing to get to do. I play with art for my own entertainment, and life is play now. That's my goal.
Oh my God, that's my favorite thing. I wish I was retired too. Okay, so Cindy, we were dancing together. You saw me doing sort of a ritual where I was blessing the earth, and I was saying to all the little seedlings here behind you that they should flourish and be in an abundance. And you came up and whispered in my ear and said, I have a story to tell you. And I was like, yes, because stories, yes. So
Because stories are how we interact with the universe.
yes,
How we
and
understand.
it's the beginning of time, and it will be all time.
It will be.
So
I agree with you. So this is a story from from a time of Camalot, a wonderful time that does not exist anymore. It was married my third husband, which was my good marriage, and I was in northern Indiana, and he was down here, and I moved down. The first year I was down here, I was kind of sad because I was away from all my kids. And the first year I was down here, they all showed up to surprise me on my birthday weekend, which was in June. It was super fun. We ended up out here at Turtle Run. So that expanded over the next few years into a 3-day midsummer family extravaganza with events planned for 3 days. And it was our family holiday. So I wasn't going to put pressure on my kids. They were all getting married and they had other places to be on the holidays. This was our holiday in the middle of the summer. So we're here, we've got a tent set up, we've got food, we've got lots of wine, and we're dancing. And at that time, there was no floor here put in, no patio, it was just the slope. And there was wheat.
the slope
The
and
slope.
the wheat.
And there was wheat.
And so
planted.
do you think this is a wheat field then?
I don't know what it, I'm not, that looks more like corn coming up this year.
Okay.
So at any rate, so we're dancing, and my daughter had gone that morning, and she lived down here. She had taken an accounting final. Didn't realize she'd not eaten anything. She's drinking. Mm-hmm. So we're dancing. First thing I learned, which I had not known before, is if that daughter gets up to dance, she's drunk.
Oh!
So I missed that cue. So we're dancing. I get too close to the edge of the hill and I go ass over apple cart into the wheat field, and I'm laughing hysterically. Poor Jim, who owns the vineyard, is having a heart attack because
Oh yes, I
he's
talked to
like,
Jim. He's amazing.
He is amazing.
I'm gonna have him on the podcast.
So I get up and I'm laughing really hard, and I'm staggering my way back up the hill. Look up, the daughter that I did not realize is drunk is staggering toward me. Apparently she feels she needs to save me, proceeds to clothesline me, and we both go back down the hill. Ass over apple cart. And when I realized how drunk she was when I looked up and realized she was crawling through the field on her hands and knees to get to me, and then sort of passed out on my shoulder.
Oh dear.
That's one of our family stories.
Oh my goodness. Do you think she'll mind that you told that on
No, because that's my stuffed dog.
We have a visitor.
Because every family that has more than one child has one that all the stories are about.
Oh.
And this is that daughter.
Is she the youngest, oldest?
No, she's the middle.
I was gonna say
It's
the
a
middle,
middle
but
child thing.
I heard that middle children
And
get ignored.
She knows it's
weird.
her. She doesn't try to.
She knows.
She doesn't
And-
try to pretend it's not. So she knows, and she.
Okay.
And she remembers this story because the man who is now her husband, who was her boyfriend at the time, and they were living with us, took pictures
Oh, it's
of
a
her
sweet.
with her skirt up
It's a
over
sweet
her.
story. I mean,
in your-
she was with her
yes.
fam.
Yeah, we were with the family.
She had mom to lay her head
She-
upon.
yes, and so he proceeded
Oh.
to get her to the car, and when he got home, he got her out of the car, picked her up, carried her as far as the couch, and went bleh, and she just hanging off the couch.
Oh my God, Sydney,
Yes,
thank you
it
for
was
sharing
wonderful.
this story.
You're welcome.
And I really can't wait to have you on the podcast and just talk more about our sort
we have
of
so many things we could talk
kindred spirit sort
Yes.
of energy. All right.
about. Yes, give me a subject, and I probably have something to say about it.